This week on The Grind, we head to Wyoming to hunt late season greenheads and geese.
I yearn for a place to call my own. I'm going home. Say what you will, I'll be better for it still. I've been wondering what you're doing with your time, just to get you off my mind. I'm in the grind.
The Grind Waterfowl TV is brought to you by Dakota Decoy, premium gunning decoys for demanding hunters. Lucky Duck, masters of deception. Kent Cartridge, quality matters and performance counts. Mud Buddy, the king of mud motors. Excel, the boat to own. Cornerstone Gundog Academy, the most accessible online retriever training program. Yoder Smokers, handcrafted in the heartland. Sitka Gear, turning clothing into gear. Rig'em Right Waterfowl, the industry leader in specialty waterfowl products. OnX Hunt, know where you stand. Benelli, simply perfect. Cowboys Wild Game Washer, as clean as you can get 'em. And these fine sponsors. This segment is brought to you by Lucky Duck Premium Decoys.
We are in central Wyoming this morning. It's going to be our first morning. We drove up here yesterday and we bucked about a 50-mile-an-hour wind. I've never driven in a wind like that pulling a trailer. It was something. But we're out here with a good friend of Sean and Max's, Josh Wright, and a good old friend of ours from Nebraska, Taylor Lackey. And we are going to chase some Wyoming mallards this morning. So met the guys last night, had dinner. We got in kind of late. Looking forward to it. It's a little cold. I told Max, I said it's 10 degrees this morning, but 10 degrees in this altitude feels a little colder to me. But central Wyoming, mallards in the morning.
Ducks find water. Crazy. We've got this little puddle of water. I mean, it's maybe 10 yards long by 3 or 4 yards wide, and they found it. And Josh found this little hole. Ducks are feeding, looking for open water. They pop into this little hole here, get a drink, and then take back off. So this is going to be pretty cool if it happens. Brought the 20 gauge, Benelli M220 gauge. Going to shoot some number 4 bismuths at it, Kent bismuths today, because I think I could throw rocks and hit them if they come into this little hole. It's pretty cool, but late season, all you have to do is find water. If you find open water, you're probably going to find some ducks, and that's what Josh found here. So central Wyoming, it's cold this morning. I think it's 3 degrees out right now. So I'm hoping these birds move. Sometimes they sit tight when it's this cold, but Josh says they've been kind of feeding all day in here. Here we got a couple trying to get in here right now. So I think it's, look at this, it's gonna happen. They're wondering what the lights are. We got your runway lit for you, boys. Oh yeah, I don't think they're gonna even see us. There's so much crap lying around here.
I know it. I had to go back. We'll try to run that.
Yeah.
Well, depending on where they come from, I guess. But
isn't that crazy they found that little bit of water?
oh, every year.
Has it froze up more than it's been? Or is
Yeah,
that about-
this is the most I've ever seen it frozen, actually.
Okay.
It's weird because this year I was talking to some farmer and he said that some of these guys are dredging because they have to because that warm water won't stay open here.
Okay.
Oh, really?
It's starting to getting too shallow.
Yeah. That's why he started like dredging all this.
Yep.
Huh. Because some of the sloughs that we usually hunt this time of year are frozen.
This is crazy. Hey Taylor, we'll just start on your end down there. We'll start with Dawson.
I haven't started. I don't know, that felt like a warm 3 degrees to me as
I
well.
love this gun. I don't know why I ever bring my 12 gauge. Josh, I'm gonna go with 3.
3.
When he goes flying through those full bodies the first time, he's going to take out 3 of them.
All right. That's fair. I'll get the strike. I'll get 10. Just kidding. Flying freaking high, man. What are you looking at?
That's a good sign, though.
Yeah. Another single right here. You guys want to kill that hen? There's a group above her somewhere.
Oh my gosh. We pretty much knew that they probably wouldn't fly till mid to late morning. It's warmed up a little bit. So we just been sitting around waiting them out. We got a hen sitting out on the ice right now, trying to figure out if she has a band on or not. I think we about got Josh talked into shooting her.
Almost.
Taylor, we don't even have to give him any, he'd just go. I think she winked at you, Taylor. We'll see, it's starting to warm up a little bit. Sun's up. And if it happens, it's gonna be really cool. They're gonna be in here tight. I think he wants that duck, he's drooling over here.
That hen gave it up, dude. Yeah, she did.
This segment is brought to you by Mud Buddy and Excel Boats.
We're not getting weather up north like we usually do. We're not getting snow, obviously, like we usually do. And it's not just us, it's nationwide. But you can definitely tell the same birds have been here since November. I mean, we have not had a push since then. We're shooting the same birds in January that we were shooting in November.
Heading to the river, Josh?
I would assume so, yeah.
It was cold, really cold, and these birds just didn't want to move.
We had 2 options. We had a goose feed we could go hunt in the afternoon, or we could go get lunch, stick it out, come back, and grind it out until shooting hours. We all decided to stick it out and come back and hunt in the afternoon and see what happens, especially with how cold it was. We were hoping that the birds would start moving around 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock. Definitely, I think they're coming this way too. To our right. I think they're ducks. Oh, they're right here, right here. Stay still, Dawson, stay still. Yep, you guys stay still. They might circle back. Should we kill this single? Kill that pair, kill that pair!
Hank?
I had to get the skunk off.
Yeah.
It's always, I hate being the guy that calls the shot sometimes.
No,
It's
no,
like-
you did it right. Here, hey, here. Hank?
I figured those 2 were gonna do it right eventually.
I couldn't see
About 2 more seconds, that one you guys didn't see was gonna be mine.
Yeah. Well, I was gonna see if those 2 were gonna finish a little better, but they kind of started peeling off.
it. Yep.
First official Wyoming ducks. In between a horseshoe game and a football game.
Right here on the right. Get ready. They're gonna come in. Jump on. Kill those 2, kill those 2.
Hank! See if he goes for that long one.
Trying to double tap her.
I did too. I didn't even shoot. I only shot once there. Freaking Bill crunched that greenhead. Little hanky.
We just got busted there. We had probably, I don't know, 6, 7 ducks bomb in on us. We were all talking and laughing, telling jokes. Two made the mistake of coming back.
Yeah, you piled that one. What choke do you have in there right now?
Just a mid-range Carlson.
Yeah. I mean, that thing, you pillowcased him.
Yeah. Love this gun. It's all I shot really all year until we went to Arkansas. M220, Carlson mid-range, Kent Bismuth 4s. That is a killer load.
So day one, it was slow. I mean, consistent. We saw birds. I mean, every 15, 20 minutes we were seeing ducks. It's not usually what it is, but we definitely had birds. Decoy really tight. I mean, like I said, 15-yard shots. We took advantage of every opportunity we had. Like I said, with the weather, the same birds being here since November, we did end up scratching out some birds, getting under some birds.
Well, we're gonna call day one. We picked away at a few this afternoon. This morning it was really cold when we got here. It's 3 degrees. So we're pretty sure they were gonna sit tight till mid-afternoon, which is what happened. You could tell the ones that came in here had been in here and wanted in here. But man was in the forest, Bambi. So get picked up, get regrouped for tomorrow.
This segment is brought to you by Kent Cartridge.
So on day two, one of my buddies is going up to work. He came across a feed that's about 40 minutes away from where we are. We had ducks working in the morning. I mean, it's January and that never happens. So we decided, well, heck, we're gonna give that a shot.
We've got a combination goose mallard feed. And we were just joking, I think we started about a quarter of a mile over there. Once you get out here in cow country, it takes you a while to get to the spot you want to get to in the field. I think we went through 3 gates. It's been quite an adventure this morning, but we've got a really good wind. Feels like west-northwest, which is perfect for the feed these guys found. The ducks are coming off a river. They're hitting the top of this hill and feeding down into this little valley here. So we're just going to do a really loose spread with the honker decoys, put a couple lucky goose flappers out, some HDs, and hopefully we can pull them down off this hill down into this little valley. We don't have much of a hide, but we'll make it work. Day 2, Central Wyoming.
I told Bill and Sean that where we're gonna be hunting, it's a view. It's a shooting ducks in a view and shooting geese in a view. It's something special.
The setup wasn't ideal, but it's all we had. There was nowhere to hide out in that field, so we hid layout blinds in the grassy edge of the pivot. We were starting with the decoys up above us on a rise, trying to keep the attention away from our blinds.
We flag sunglasses right away, don't we?
That wind's gonna be tough. They're gonna get out fast. There's a line off to the left. How far? Oh, honkers, geese. Get ready, guys. Go! Yeah, we need to pull those decoys, dude. Yeah. Hey. I think we need to open it up in a kill hole with that wind.
Yeah, pull everything in.
Let's move these two over here.
It's almost just a little too much wind.
100%.
Gives them too much time to think. Good boy. Here. Back. About 5 mile an hour too much wind.
Right? Exactly what it is.
Yeah, the worst part about this wind, it takes them forever to get there and they just eye everything.
Everything.
About 5 mile an hour less.
And then when they're in the decoys, they get out in like 2 seconds.
You got one good shot.
Yep.
Day 2 in Central Wyoming. We got a big wind today. Josh and I were just talking. Personally, and he feels the same, we got like about 5 mile an hour less wind. You got this much wind and they got too much time. They can just hang there and check everything out. little less wind and they got to make a decision. They either come down or they get out of there. But we just had a nice little group of honkers in. Combination duck, goose feed. See what we can get done here. She's howling.
She's howling, dude. She's howling.
You get wind like this a lot? Big winds?
Usually February we get these kind of winds.
Okay.
But,
this is South Dakota wind here.
Yeah. Honkers?
Honkers?
Yep. 4 of them.
Yesterday we needed a little wind, 0. Today
Yeah,
we can
I
use a
know.
little less wind.
That's how it is, man. It sucks.
As we continued Violet's training, we were able to continue forward with great momentum. Right away, Violet learned to take her handling to the next level with a T-drill, and she learned to run short, cold blinds. Dead bird. Back. While she handled that well, inline marks proved to throw Violet off right away. Fortunately, we were prepared and planned for this outcome. Planning ahead allowed us to prevent Violet from being rewarded with a retrieve when she made a mistake. With Violet being where she's at in the training at this point, mistakes are often quickly solved, as you can see here. Good girl! The foundation we built allowed us to quickly overcome the challenges that we faced and continue on in training. From here, Violet continues to make smooth progress in even more challenging terrains. Moving forward, Violet learns to handle challenging blinds and water and continue advancing other Gundog skills.
This segment is brought to you by Dakota Decoy.
Oh, it's taking them a long time to get here. So in the forecast on day 2, saw that it was going to be a little bit windy. It said 15 to 20 miles per hour. It was closer to 30, I swear. We were concerned with the geese and the ducks landing short on us. They had to carry all the way across the field from where their roost was. So we were kind of hesitant, especially with the geese. The geese always seem like they shortstop you. We tried putting a couple decoys on top of that crest just to stick out a little bit, and we had to call a lot harder.
Shoot him before I slide.
Stay hanging.
Go!
Hey!
Nice, guys.
I wonder if we should
Geese work a little
Josh?
bit. What's that?
I wonder if we should slide a few of these end ones over on
That's
this
what
side.
I'm thinking. They're sliding to our right every time.
Yeah.
Or our left every time.
Right to the heavy side, huh?
Yeah.
Okay, let's do that.
Here, Hank.
Cool,
here.
guys.
Here.
Good shooting.
The birds started hanging up on us due to the high winds, and we had to make a decoy move to try and pull them closer. Good boy. Good boy.
So I have a feeling they're going to start going.
Go! Nice shot, Bill.
Hank?
Had to call that shot.
Yeah,
sir.
no, you called it right. It was perfect. Back. Look at that. Nice widgeon.
Yeah, I saw that guy.
He led those mallards to their death.
Is that another group right here?
Yeah, straight. There's some
Right
at her
here.
feet.
Hey. That time.
What's that?
We go ahead, more that time.
Nice.
With the wind at our backs, I usually like to have a cross, and when there's that much wind, I like to have a crosswind and have the ducks finish cross instead of right in your face. I like the crosswind because when they finish in your face, they can catch that wind and get out really good, but with the hide we had, that was the only option. So we actually shot surprisingly well with how the ducks were coming in. We had a really solid hunt that morning. I mean, we did have some birds shortstop us, which we kind of figured would happen with that wind. But all in all, we scratched out some birds and they decoyed right, and we had a solid hunt.
It's a pretty special place when you can watch both mallards and Canadas fly in front of mountain backdrops. Every hunt doesn't end with a limit, but we had a nice mess of birds from a really cool hunt. Next week on The Grind, we're hunting a frozen lake for ducks at the end of the Wyoming season.